Good morning, all of you. Today's we'll discuss about the spherical capacitors with the dielectric slab and some other application-related problems involved with the heat generated other things. This will be the final. So let me begin with. So if already we have spherical capacitor, no? If there are two concentric thin conducting shells. So what is the expression to find out the capacitance? So here, what is the method? So here I'll connect already I've come across. Just let me revise that. This is the applied voltage, say V. Then the positive charge will flow here. This charge will go and deposit. It will induce charge minus Q, and plus Q from here will flow like this. So whenever the spherical shell comes now, the cell has to be brought so that it will be very easy for you to understand. Then what is the capacitance? So we'll call this is A, this is B. So potential difference VA is equal to KQ by A minus KQ by B, and potential difference, this is KQ by B minus KQ by B. So what is VAB is equal to KQ by A minus KQ by B. And I'll replace this with an equivalent capacitance. The charge on inner surface of positive plate should be the charge of capacitor. This should be the charge of capacitor. No? So therefore, so what is the VAB should be equal to Q by C, KQ by 1 by A minus 1 by B. This should be equal to Q by C. Solving this, this will be K. Just I'm making you to recollect. So what is the capacitance will be? AB by K B minus A, or C equal to 4 pi epsilon naught AB by B minus A. Now, if I fill up, this is, what is here? Here I'll assume that a free space. Here also there's a free space. Now, if I fill up a dielectric medium between them, then what will happen to the capacitance? That's what we are supposed to find out here. So if I fill up a dielectric slab, or I'll then slab, dielectric medium, let me call, because no longer the rectangular plates will not be there. So then what conditions, what will happen to capacitance if I fill up a dielectric medium between the plates? This will be the second situation. Now we'll go for, this is the medium between them, I'll fill up with a dielectric medium. In general, epsilon r, usually we give symbol K, that one. Capacitance, will it increase or decrease in case of spherical capacitor? Let me call K, that one. This is again A, B. Again, the method is same. We are going to connect a cell between inner and outer. So a plus Q charge, here Q minus Q, and from here the Q charge will flow out. What is the capacitance of this? So we'll just take help of the electric. So potential will become, this is epsilon r, no? this K and that K. Epsilon R, I'll write it. No, what is the thing? So here how the electric field will be like this. Then how to get the potential difference? dV is equal to E into dr, that one. So what is the value of electric field? Should be equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon R R square dr.
Sir, minus E to dr.
I'm bringing that side. Okay, this is the basic thing. So I want potential difference. So VA, VB. So where the field will extend from A to B inside this one. So this will be A to B, you write it. So this will become VA minus VB Q 4 pi epsilon R will come outside. Integral of minus 1 by R A to B. So everything only that epsilon R additional it will come, no? So therefore this VA by Q, in place of that it will be B minus A by 4 pi epsilon R AB. See, like already last week the advance you got the questions. It was really he has asked very fundamental questions on spherical capacitor. Then going for a higher level problem, just a basic things first you analyze it. Basic things you have to analyze. So now VA by Q, so this should be equal to 1 by C. Okay, now all together. So what will happen to capacitance? 4 pi epsilon R AB by B minus A. So what will happen to here also capacitance will increase by epsilon R times. It will increase by here epsilon R times here. So when you fill up a dielectric medium between the region between the shells, then it will increase by epsilon R times. Now, same thing, this concept you can extend for cylindrical capacitor also, which what we use widely in the applications. Then parallel plate or even spherical one, no? The cylindrical capacitors are more widely used here. And now after this, I'll go for the dielectric medium. I'm going to bring two dielectrics medium. So one here. Like what we did for parallel plate, no? Similarly for the spherical capacitors, we have to do it. Let me write K1, K2. Symbols, let it be K1 and K2. Meanwhile, I'll give you the question. Meanwhile you try it. This will be A R 2R 3R K1 K2. You have to calculate the capacitance between A and B. We have to calculate the capacitance between A and B. So where the cell will come like this. So you can break up that into two parts, no? BAP, and so let me take this as a point P. So directly, what is the potential difference? So what are the charges? How the charges will be? Here it will send a charge plus Q. The plus Q will deposit here. Fine. So here you treat this is like a dielectric medium only. So you can just bring like this. Huh? No problem for you. Only concentric shell where it is there. A and B are concentric shells. A and B are thin concentric shells. A and B are thin concentric shells. The space between them is filled by dielectric materials as shown. K1 is filled from R to 2R, K2 is filled from 2R to 3R. So instead of solving again directly, you know the previous concept what we discussed, potential difference VAP. How do these two capacitors VAP and PB, they'll be in series or they'll be in parallel? They'll be in series, no? You can look at the chart distribution that will help us. They're in series. So first you calculate, find out the capacitance CAP, then find out capacitance CPB, then they are in series, then effective capacitance you determine. How to find out capacitance VAP? So directly straight away go back to the formula what we have, 4 pi epsilon naught K1, here A is R, B is 2R. I'll still retain that formula so that it will help you. So here CAP should be equal to 4 pi epsilon naught, the same method K1, here A is R, 2R by 2R minus R. So 4 pi epsilon naught K1. This will be only 2R. So CAP will be equal to 8 pi epsilon naught K1R. Similarly, CPB, 3R, 2R, 3R minus 2R. So 4 pi epsilon naught K2, 6R it will be. So 24 pi epsilon naught K2R. How they are effective capacitance CAB? 1 by CAB equal to 1 by CAP plus 1 by CPB. Substituting this, here also the what all we did for parallel plate, no, the similar method. 8 by F naught R, 1 by K1 plus 3K2. So CAB will be equal to 24 pi F naught R K1 K2 by 3k2 plus k1. I think this will be a better idea for you. Easiest way in exams, no, because rather than going and integrating, no, so you do remember capacitance of a concentric shells between the region A, B, with slab, without slab. Then anything if they ask you, no, bring the idea of like this. It'll be much easier in exams. You can't integrate, substitute, limit, and also directly you must be ready with a basic formulas. That's what I suggest you. Okay, no. So now after this, we'll go for some small concept, displacement current. Then I'll continue with this problem. Displacement electric field. We usually denote by D, that one. So what do you mean by what it is, like, you know? So the basic definition is the charge per unit area that would be displaced across a layer when placed in an external field, external electric field. I'm telling you this one, at our level we say okay, E bar is important, but when you go for application, no, the D bar becomes very important. Displacement electric field, this is what is going to help us a lot in applications. That's why I just picked up a problem where you can see that the D bar is what will make problem very simple. We are learning only the basic fundamentals, not going for application part. In applications, rather than E bar, the D bar is what preferred, because usually in applications, what do you mean by application? In applications, what will happen is like how the behavior of material in an electric field, that becomes very important when we go for application. See, I do generate electric field. That electric field should have some influence on some material object, and how that material object will respond for that external field. That particular thing is what displacement electric field. So rather than electric field, the displacement electric field becomes very important. We don't discuss much numericals, only some small theoretical idea proposed in NCERT book. So or it's a measure of, it is a measure of response of material on the application of electric field. Means when you take a dielectric slab, when you keep inside between the plates of capacitor, there anything will happen to dielectric slab, charge is induced. No, again there are two types of insulators are there, polarized and unpolarized. Here the one which is polarized, the dipole moments will get aligned, what we call linear dipole, that one. So and what is the polarization vector, how you define the number of polarization vector. Only definitions we have, so it is defined by a symbol capital P bar, or PV, I'll write it, huh? So that, so it is defined as number of dipoles that are aligned by dipole moment, electric dipole moment, by volume, where what is V is called as N is number of dipoles aligned electric dipole moment I think I'll write only EP because we are familiar with symbol P, electric dipole moment, and V is volume of material. So to study the behavior of a material when it is placed in electric field, no, we have defined many things. This polarization vector it is called as this one. If the material doesn't get polarized, so none of the dipole got aligned, n will become zero, then this polarization vector will become zero. Got this? So now this particular displacement, like a electric displacement field, or you can call vector this one, electric displacement electric field, or you can also call only displacement electric vector. This should be equal to epsilon into E, or this will become epsilon R into E. Our syllabus maximum, we confine ourselves to this. So if you look at the thing, even the polarization vector also will get added up, since we discuss all the numericals where epsilon R equal to 1. Can you remember? Uniformly charged sphere, non-conducting uniformly charged sphere. What was the value of epsilon R? We took 1. And we assume that none of the dipoles get aligned. Then we just took that as a charge q and we proceeded. The similar concept is what we are going to continue here. So we are not go in detail about the study of material. We are not bothered because we don't go for much application part. Only we are just involved in the study of basic electric field. So how the displacement electric field vector is related to electric field intensity. So this is what capital E is what? This you know absolute permittivity. This is called as relative permittivity. This is electric field intensity or strength, anything you can call it. So like this, what happened? This is what related. So any problems related to dielectric comes now, we should take help of displacement electric field. Of course, we took all the numericals where the with what we know with that somehow we managed it here. Okay, now look at the what actually displacement electric field here now. So you look at the sentence which I put rather than first one, no, this one is much easier for it's a measure of response of material on the application of what do you mean by response? How the charge in that will be induced. How that charge will be induced. The measure of that is what? The displacement electric field here. Now, what can be the dimensions of this charge per unit area only? Will agree this. So therefore, the definition there it is a charge per unit area that would be displayed across a layer when an external field when placed in an external field here. Means when you place a dielectric slab between the plates, so what happened to the dipoles? They'll get aligned, no? And because of that, what happened? A charge is produced at different points here. So what is the meaning of this? So let me. It's not there in none of our books except only in NCERT book. There's no much discussion in the basic books, competitive exam books. What we have only in NCERT book is there. Just me only formula based he has given. So let's have that formula discussion. Then we'll take the application one problem. So when you place this dielectric slab, so a dipoles will be aligned, no? Here, what we had earlier discussion, minus plus. Now you just draw a line like this. So look at this layer. Some net charge is there, no? That one. So that net charge per unit, like that will happen. What we see that the charges will happen, a net charged layer is formed along the dielectric slab. Earlier what happened, what was the net charge? If you take the dielectric slab, which is not there in the electric field, then how the dipoles will be very randomly arranged. Dipoles position will be there only, but their orientation will be different here. So plus, minus, plus, minus, minus, plus. Now look at the net charge here, no? will be 0. But when you place it, the same dielectric slab between the plates, so then what we see that the net charge what happened will be produced here. Again, net charge. So shall I say some sort of charge, net charge got displaced. I think this will be a little bit difficult for you, sir. I'm not saying the displacement of charge. The meaning of is telling. So here, what was the net charge? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Now, what you see, the moment you place it, no, the net charge will be produced here. You see the layers. A green color line I'm drawing. So where the charge will be negative. Next, I'll draw a I'll draw a yellow color line. So there you see that net charge will be positive. So some charge, shall I say, got displaced earlier 0, now negative. Earlier 0 got positive. So some charge got displaced here. So this particular, how that charge gets displaced, the measure of that is what? The you can say electric displacement. And what it should be equal to? What it should be equal? What is this E? This E is what produced by the plates, no? So that should be equal to total free charge. So one more definition for this, what they're telling is equal to ds bar is equal to Q. What is the Q here? Q is a free charge. Because when you look at this expression, we'll end up this one. So, like what is this circle? Integration in closed path. Because ds I brought it, no? Or this twice we have to integrate. So let it be like this here. Already in Gauss you see, no? E bar dot ds. The similarly same thing here. Is it units matching? Check it. Yes, no, it should be. Both are same. Look at this equation and this equation. The interpretation is same, that one. So like this, we define displacement vector here. So now based on this, we'll take this particular problem. Advanced, I'm not sure because it's there in NCERT book. So such it's there. I took problem from Pathfinder. Like if you fill up a dielectric slab like this, no, there's no other way. We have to go for displacement vector only. If you solve by any other method, maybe you just cooked it. Maybe you manipulate it to bring the answer. But such numerical solvent should be solved by displacement method. So what is the dielectric constant here? Epsilon 1, then epsilon 2. Half of this one is filled up. So let the radius, let it be. So we have to find out the capacitance of this system. Okay, this is the meanwhile you try. I'll draw the diagram. Not possible. Two dielectric slabs are there. So one, I'll fill up. You try that one. Meanwhile, I'll finish off this shading part. Like this, there are. Yeah, diagram got over. So this is the radius A. So this is epsilon 1, epsilon 2. I'm going to connect again the cell where it will be connected. The cell will be connected between the inner and outer shell. So the method is same. So again, don't forget that the cell idea. The cell will be connected. This is the potential difference. If you can connect it anywhere. So I'm just put at this point. So here at point, is that so? If you want to make it very simple, you can connect it anywhere. So let this be the point P1. Let this be P2 or AB. You write it. Now how the electric field vector will be. This is like a boundary, no? Boundary between the slabs. So the electric field vector here will be like this, and in this region, and this is a boundary. So I'll define the displacement vector in both the regions. So this should be equal to d1 ds1 bar plus d2 ds2 bar is equal to the net charge. The net charge, or when the battery will supply charge, no, q minus q, and that plus q will flow like this. So the total charge supplied by the battery, or a part of charge will reside on here, and a part of that free charge, what happen, will reside here. So the total charge should be equal to again q, because this q will split up. What all the charge supplied by the battery should split up here. A part of charge will go like this, and the remaining part of charge will come here. Means a charge here will be plus q. Plus q, that plus q will not reside here. It will get distributed on this the surface of shell A. A part of charge will reside here. A part of charge will reside. That will induce a charge here, and it will induce a charge. So total again on outer surface charge will be induced. That the total will be q only. So I'm just only to make problem very simple. I'm just showing q and minus. Don't think that here no charge will be there. Here also some charge will be get deposited. Here also some charge will be get deposited. And what is the total charge? Should be equal to q, what the battery supplied. So to make problem very simple, I'm just showing the flow of charge. The charge of a cell should be conserved. Okay, now so what is electric displacement vector? So this should be equal to, and what is ds1 here? What's with the ds1? What is the meaning of that? So here, what you are going to assume an elemental surface here. So where we are defining this displacement vector, somewhere at this particular point, at a distance r. At a distance r, that one. So here this should be equal to epsilon, this will be into E into ds1. So this should be equal to epsilon 2 E into ds2. So I assumed, because I think what is the surface area of, if I assume a shell, a thin shell of radius r and thickness dr. So what will be the surface of that shell in the yellow color region and blue color region will be same. So in fact, ds1 should be equal to ds2 equal to ds. So this should be epsilon naught E equal to integral of E1 plus the symbols epsilon 1, no? Integral of ds by q. So this is the if you're getting confusion, write k1 k2. It's don't make again E1 E2. Huh? I'll do one thing. I'll replace.
Integration.
I'll change symbol so that will be easy for us, to me also. So integral of ds, that one. So integral of ds, what will get it? Should be equal to 2 pi r square. So what is the expression for electric field? Q by 2 pi epsilon naught k1 plus k2 r square. So this is the expression for the electric field. And next you can ask question like, say like who will produce that electric field? So here what actually happens here? So here I think the symbol D1, I'll write it. Now, from where this, what is the, you can ask questions, sir, why you made E? These are the best questions what you ask. Instead of thinking some random, no, you ask very simple, go to electrostatics. What is the potential difference? These are conductors, no? Both are conductors. So what you calculate potential difference here at these, between these 2 points, the same potential difference should exist here also. And what is the potential difference? Equal to applied EMF V. And what is the separation between them? B minus A. So therefore, what do you expect electric field in both the regions must be same. Finished. There's no any other thought. Go back to basic electrostatics. What is the potential difference in the blue color region here? V. What is the separation? B minus A. What is the potential difference here? V. And what is separation? B minus A. So therefore, the field should be same. Then what? Because of different dielectric medium, the displacement electric field should be different. And what will the what is the displacement electric field? This should be equal to the total charge that is supplied by the cell. So charge residing on this plus this supply. So I got the expression for electric field. So now once you know electric field, we know how to calculate the capacitance. dV equal to E into dr. Then integrating, then we'll get the required capacitance. So that I'll proceed now. Since in NCERT book it is given for us, yes, discuss just only formula discuss. That's why I'm just going for this one. So VB minus VA equal to, this should be A to B Q by 2 pi R square dr.
Sir, how did you bring E out of
Wait,
the integration?
wait. In the end of the problem, you can ask, no? So this should be equal to VB minus VA is equal to Q by 2 pi epsilon naught K1 K2. So this is AB. Negative sign, so this will become VA minus VB. So this should be equal to minus 1 by R A to B. Here we'll write it. That everything should be equal to B minus A by 2 pi epsilon naught K1 K2 2 pi epsilon naught K1 K2 AB. So this should become 1 by C. C, A, B, you write better. Between the points A and B, we are finding out. So what is the capacitance given by? Here, you are going to assume a strip at all points on that particular, you assume a strip here, no? Or you assume a shell. At all points on that shell, the E will be constant. At all points on that particular thin shell, the value of E will be constant. So when I integrate that, it will be ds, no? What we studied in Gauss law.
Sir, area should be 4 pi r square.
Oh, no, no, I defined only for this region, no. Here, this one, for this.
Okay, sir. Hmm.
I'm not sure, like, because none of our competitive books has asked anything questions of like this. Only in Pathfinder it is available. But in NCERT book, he has discussed about the displacement electric field. That's why I just picked up one problem. So we didn't have even in, till now, no questions came in advance or mains. But in NCERT book, there's a discussion on electric field displacement. So it's only theoretical, yes, derived. So we have numerical like this. So if you just go for the application part, so whenever dielectric slab comes, no, things are a little bit complicated. It's not that easy. We must have a basic idea of the displacement electric field. Come for next, we'll take the next question. Read the where we have inserted metal slabs in capacitor which was not having any charge. Here is going to insert a metal plate which is going to have a charge. This one, there's a metal plate. Can be asked. There's a very simple idea is there. You can see, can be asked. Because we took all the problems where the metal plate was neutral and brought it. Now a charged metal plate is inserted. Read the question. So what is a metal plate? So when we give a charge to it, so if you look at the metal plate, so first we'll concentrate on the metal plate here. So this was the metal plate. What all charge it is available on it? So it was having a charge Q. So that charge will be in this order. Will get uniformly distributed on either side, no? So and that will be how much? Q by 2 and Q by 2. I think you better start the problem like this. And there are the plates. These are the plates are there. Initially, what was the charge between them? So plus Q charge minus Q charge. So initially, and it is not being earthed. So when you bring that, when you bring that, so any electrostatic induction occurs. Any electrostatic induction occurs. So this is the plate. Okay, this is the one plate. Okay, these are the plates. No, plates A in plate that one, which will have a charge. I'll not going to close the switch. Initially, this is the case: plus Q and minus Q. Now a metal plate is brought here. The moment if I bring metal plate, any charge induction, and where do I'll place? I'll place near to the plate B, no? So it will be like this. Now proceed like this. Any induction will occur. So this was the metal plate. So what was the charge? It was Q by 2. The charge, how much it was? It was Q. If you want, you can make this vertical also. It doesn't much makes a difference here. So what are the charges that will be induced? Before closing switch, what will be the situation of charges? Plus Q is there. So it will induce charge, and minus Q is there. It will also induce a charge. So what this plus Q? It will induce a charge. So therefore here a net negative minus Q by 2 will be formed. Then here positive charge, the resultant it will be 3Q by 2. Now why this charge has to change? Electrostatic induction occurs, no, because what was earlier charge on the metal plate? Q by 2. When I place it here, plus Q and Q by 2 is there. Electrostatic induction must occur. Why it should take place? Anybody, sir? Keep it like that only. What is the problem with that? The net field inside the conductor will become non-zero. So electrostatic induction occurs, redistribution of charge takes place. Because of that, what will happen here? Minus Q by 2 will be formed and 3Q by 2 will be formed here. So this is the initial. So now what will happen? I am going to close the switches. So I'm going to close the switch. I'm going to earth these plates. So this the plates will be, now it will be earthed. I'm making some common earthing here. So I don't know what charges. This is what we have to make a guess here. What charges will be there. So I'll proceed like this. Q1 minus Q1. This will be Q2 minus Q2. You can ask questions. Why you put Q1 minus Q1? Why not Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4? I think at least by this time you must be aware of how to distribute charges. To make net field inside the conductor 0, we can make this assumption. And this was the switch A and this is B. No, okay, let's get into the problem. Q2 minus Q2, sorry. If you want to, you bring it positive here. What we have to calculate? We have to calculate what charge has flown through the switches A and B. What was earlier charge Q? We'll find out Q1. The difference of that will be the charge flown through the switch. That's a basic method. No, it's a metal, no? And what is the potential at A and B? potential at A should be equal to potential at B. Any reason for that? Because they are being earthed. I think whenever that earthing comes, you have to take help of that condition. Whenever that earthing comes, so one thing, because of earthing here, VA equal to VB. So let me call this is C. So therefore, I can write it as like a VCA should be equal to VCB. Or VA minus VC minus VA equal to VC minus VB. I'm writing equation like this. So now, so I write down the equation. What is VCA? VCA should be equal to the field here will be like this. E1, whereas the field here will be E2. So minus E1. What is the separation? This should be equal to what is the separation? 2D, no? It is okay, fine. 2D and this is D. So write and solve it. VCA is equal to how much it should be? Electrostatic induction will occur. Charge should be conserved and electrostatic induction must take place here. So minus E1 into 2D. So VCB is equal to E2 into D, that one. Okay, what is E1? E1 you write it minus Q1 by A epsilon naught 2D. This should be Q2 by A epsilon naught D. So minus 2Q1 equal to Q2. This is the one equation you keep it. And what should be the charge of metal plate? Should be conserved, no? So what was the charge of metal plate? It was Q. So Q should be equal to Q2 minus Q1. This is one equation. The other equation for metal plate. For metal plate, what is the equation? We can write it as Q should be equal to minus Q1 plus Q2. So solve these two equations. So we'll get expression for Q1, Q2. Then after getting Q1, we can check what charge has flown through the switches A and B. Is it okay? Sign Y negative sign? VAC. VAC is what I took positive here. Because plate A is having positive charge Q1, no? According to the charge distribution, what we are given, E1 will be like this. So therefore, VCA should be negative, no? So minus E1, 2D that is. Anybody value Q1, Q2?
Minus 2q by 3 q by 3.
Q1 how much?
Q1 is
Minus Q by 3.
minus q by 3.
Q2
Q2 minus plus 2q by 3.
plus 2Q by 3. Okay, now you can, earlier what was the charge? Q. So it has become minus Q1 by 3. So what charge might have flown through the switch A? So I have to change, no, because I assumed this to be plus Q1. So it is in fact minus Q1. So earlier there was a charge Q. Now it has become minus Q by 3. So 2Q by 3, 2Q by 3 charge flown through the switch A. So we'll do one thing, plate A. For plate A, earlier charge was Q. Okay, clear this. So some charge left. I'll assume some charge left. Let me call that as QA, and it has become and it has become minus q by 3. So therefore, what is QA? QA should be equal to 2q by 3. What do you mean by negative sign? I had to interpret sign properly. Plus q plus this, you write it minus QA. What do you mean by negative sign here? Charge left here. So negative sign indicates charge flown out from plate A. Okay. Similarly, go for plate B, that one. Plate B, what was the charge? Minus Q. Then it has become 2Q by 3. So for plate B, so earlier charge was minus Q. I'll assume that plus Q charge plus QB charge entered. And it has become 2Q by 3. Plus, no, it is. What do you mean by positive sign? Charge entered. I'm going to assume it. So 5Q by 3 charges will flow here. So like that, we can predict the flow. So just I took the problem where if the slab is already having some charge, can be asked here. So direction of QA, you have to give like this. And the QB, you have to give in this direction. We'll take last one more. Yeah. Already I think we have discussed the theoretical ideas on this. Plates of parallel plate capacitor have area A and the distance between them is D. Potential difference V is maintained across the capacitor. Two identical dielectric slabs D and a metal slab M each of thickness D by 3 are inserted. So what is the force of interaction between the plates of capacitor? What will happen to it is what is asking. Just check it. Q1, how much we got? Q1 minus Q by 3. Huh? Let me verify it. Q2, 2Q by 3, no? Oh,
Sir, QA will become 4Q by 3, sir.
I think that's what calculation. QA is how much? 4Q by 3. Yeah. Check QB. QB how much?
Q by 3.
Q by 3. I'll write it. Okay, fine. Okay, read the question for this. already I think we have discussed like if a capacitor connected isolated charge capacitor, force of interaction when you put a slab, and when it's connected to battery, then what will be that one? So here metal. So what will be the capacitance due to metal? Similar to like a wire. So shall I say it's like a two capacitors with separation d/3 are in parallel or in series. Straight away I'll go for circuit here. So it is like a two capacitors in series. So why there is no capacitor due to metal should come, and the thickness is how much? d/3. Due to metal, as a metal, what will happen to it? It will become a short circuit. No, the metal is like it will have infinite capacitance. We can replace by a wire, and there's a potential difference. Let's assume that V. Then here what will happen? The epsilon R, and V by 2, V by 2. And any charge any charge will come here. So plus Q minus Q. A final charge. I'm just showing only the flow of charge, that one. Finally, what charges will come? That because of negative sign, the charge on one of the plate will change. Previous problem. With that one, the negative sign we have to interpret like that. If you get negative sign, you have to change the polarity of plates. Okay, now there's the same charge will flow here, no? So we'll find out the value of Q first. So what should be the Q equal to capacitance? How much it should be? What should be the capacitance? I think both will have same capacitance. C is equal to epsilon naught, epsilon R, A by D by 3. So 3 epsilon R, A by D. This should be the capacitance, and they are in series. The capacitance how much? C, and they're in series. So what should be the charge equal to? C by 2 into V. So 3 epsilon R, A by 2D. Tell me like where do that Q, so actually if you can directly you can come to the problem Q and minus Q, you know. So what is the force of interaction between the plates? F should be equal to Q square by 2A epsilon naught. Substitute the value of Q, will get the required answer. Okay, this value of Q I have to substitute here. No, this one it's like I think the your English word how you interpret the sentence is very important. They're in series, no? Two capacitors, they're in series. Capacitance, effective capacitance C and C, they're in series, so it will be C by 2. Or Q equal to C V by 2. Okay, you are getting confusion. Let me put here. Either replace two capacitors C by 2 right into V, or C into V by 2, either of one. In the diagram I have shown V by 2. Okay, I'll make it C V by 2. Fine. Now come for this. So read the sentences, very important, and try to interpret the sentence. Three identical thin metal plates, each of area A are in parallel to each other with separation equal to D between the adjacent plates, and the outer plates are connected through a high resistance R as shown in figure. A charge Q given to middle plate, and then the middle plate is quickly shifted towards. So what I should do with this? Quickly shift it, gradually shift it. Any difference will it make to the problem? Quickly shifted means as good as just given some push. So then what will happen to the plate? I think unless we don't distribute charges, not possible, no? Unless we don't distribute charges and analyze what is the meaning of that quickly and what impact it will be there on the system gradually or quickly is what first we have to analyze. So first actually the plates are there. We are going to give a charge. So electrostatic induction occurs. After electrostatic induction occurs, then what will happen to the plates that we have to see here. Okay, these are the three plates. We'll take it first. There's a plate. All the plates are identical and they're connected by a resistance. So let me give the name A, the middle plate, let it be A. This is B, let this be C. And now when I give a charge to it, this was initially, they are electrically neutral, I'll give a charge. What should happen to that charge now? Go back to this one. Charge distribution will occur, and here how much of charge will decide? Plus q by 2, plus q by 2, minus q by 2, plus q by 2. And now you can ask question, there's a resistor R is there, sir, then there must be some flow of charge. Well, this what happens. First, I think we have to justify because we have done this problem without resistor R. So what is telling? A charge is given to middle plate. Plates are connected. Already, it's not like some switch closed is there. The resistor R is connected to different plate B and C. Then I'll give a charge to plate A. This way, electrostatic induction will occur. Will there be any flow of charge occurs or only this much it will be there? So flow of charge, whether it occurs or not, will determine the potential difference. So with respect to A, what is the potential of B and C? With respect to A, what is the potential of B and C? Are same, no? So therefore, now no more any further charge redistribution will occur. It will be this much only. I'll take this as initial and we'll calculate that initial potential energy. Let me call UI because it's asking heat generated, no, in the resistor R. So let's go for the basic thing. Then I'm going to shift the plate. Okay, how I'm going to shift the plate quickly? So I'm first of all, if I just give a slight push, what will happen to plate A? And it's telling no gravity, assume free space conditions. No gravity, no weight here. So what is the state of this plate A? What type of equilibrium it is having here now? So definitely this plate A will experience a force due to B and also due to C. So shall I say net force on plate A is 0 now. If I give slight push, if I give slight push, or nothing but we are shifting the plates here. I'm going to the next part of the problem. I'm showing that it is being shifted, you can see, by d by 2. So the remaining distance will become 3d by 2. So here, This is a resistor R. So take this distance d by 2. Anything will happen to the charges on them? Will they remain as it is like earlier, and no charge will flow, no change in energy, and each generated in the resistor R will be 0. And the quickly also, that have to be interpreted here. Anything, what will happen to the system here? Quickly in the sense, it is just given a push. There's the meaning here, that one. Gradually shifted means as the external what happen, it will come into picture, it will supply energy. But here just quickly means what happen, the external will not impart any energy to the system. So I think this is really very dangerous. Quickly here. So an external agent will not impart any energy into the system. I'll write on this side. So you just be careful with these words, no, because a lot of weightage here. External agent will not impart any, will not impart mechanical energy, rather than say will not impart or add mechanical energy to the system. The reason for that, because the time duration is such that then so better you say that he has given a slight push, that's all. And by the time when the plate moves from having a displacement d by 2, what is heat generated? The question is like this. So what are the charges in them? So we are, I'll just proceed like this. The charge here, let it be Q1, Q2, minus Q1, minus Q2, Q3, and this is Q3. Charge of which plate should be conserved? Charge of B and C should be conserved, and charge of plate A should be conserved, because we are shifting. By shifting, the charge will remain same of plate A. So what was the charge given to the plate A? Q. So the first equation for plate A, Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2. Then for plate B and C, together you have to conserve. For plate B and C, what was the earlier charge? Earlier charge it was plus Q by 2 minus Q by 2 plus Q, it will be 0. The final charge will be Q3 minus Q1, Q3 minus Q2. So 2Q3 equal to Q1 plus Q2. Okay, there's the equation 1, equation 2. How many unknowns are there? We have Q1, Q2, Q3 we assume. So next question comes around, what basis you are assuming charges like this? Why don't Q4 here, Q3, Q4? Why the charges must be same on the year? Like why not Q3 and so you make it Q4? Tell me, like who will decide this? Don't say that to get answer we have to assume Q3, Q3. I think there should be some reason, no? The net field inside the conductor, the net field inside any conductor must be 0. In that way, the charges must be assumed here. I think you have to go back to again the basic Gauss law. So you should not assume here Q3 and this you Q4. The net field inside the conductor in any conductor will become non-zero. So if it's Q3, if it is Q3, then it will be conserved. Is it okay? No? So it's not like something blind guess we are making. A specific reason is there. I need one more equation. Is it VAB equal to VBC? Because B and C are joined by a wire. So here one more equation is VAB equal to VBC. So directly write the equation. So Q1 by A epsilon naught D by 2, Q2 by A epsilon naught 3D by 2. So therefore Q1 is equal to how much it will be? 3Q2.
Sir, VAB equal to VBC or VAB equal to VAC, sir?
VAB equal to symbol. Yeah, I'll make. Okay, I think correct. VAB, VAC. Fine. These are the three equations are there. Try it, no problem. Okay, no, I think if you give values of Q1, Q2, Q3, then I'll conclude the problem. I think this is the final diagram, no? This is the initial.
Q 3 by 4, Q by 4 and Q by 2, sir.
3 Q by 4. Q by 4, huh?
Q by 4,
Yes, sir.
Q by 2.
Q by 2. Okay, now we got it. Okay, it's asking now the heat generated, no? So we should calculate initial line, final potential energy. The final potential energy will be UF. We'll calculate that initial and final. What is the equation I should write? The equation should be UI. Again, don't get deviated. I think the very beginning, the chapter, what we started, we stick down to the same thing. No, I'll continue same thing. Let's not say like a question changed, concept should not change. No. If any cell is there, work done by the cell. But here, what is work done by X-ray agent? Should be 0, no? Work done by X-ray agent should be 0. Any reason for that? Specifically, how to calculate first UI? I'll write it down here. I think there's a diagram. No. What is UI? UI is equal to the energy between the plates of capacitor. Shall you directly go for energy density formula of epsilon naught. What is the field here? Q by 2 A epsilon naught. Any negative signs, sir? Somebody is giving negative signs. Yeah, fine. Okay. No, how to get the energy in this? So go back to energy density formula. What we had, energy density idea. So with that, now what happened? We can write down the equation. So energy density formula of epsilon naught. So what is the field here? Should be Q by 2A epsilon naught. Q by 2. Q by 2A epsilon naught whole square into A into, what is the separation between the plates? D, no? A into D plus of epsilon naught. I'm writing directly, and work done by X-ray agent should be 0. Let me write, only shade that, and that is 0. Okay, now what is UF? UF will be epsilon naught Q1 D by 2 of epsilon naught Q2 by A epsilon naught whole square A 3D by 2 volume plus heat. Why that Q1 by A epsilon naught? The field between the plates. Q1 by A epsilon naught will become the field. Half epsilon naught E square by volume. Volume is what? AD by 2. So directly that value of E, I wrote Q1 by A epsilon naught here. Solving this will get expression for H. That quickly, I think so it's having a lot of interpretation. Look at the, I think say I can justify my, like I don't think that to give the answer what means sir you are assuming things, so I'll justify the way we assume things. I'll justify that this will be the answer. Okay, now we do one thing. Look at the Q1 value. Q1 greater than Q2, no? The moment you give slight push, you see that one. The moment you give slight push, what will happen to the plate A? Say you look at this one. The charge on this face will start increasing, and the charge here, earlier it was Q by 2, no? Now it will become Q by 4. The charge start decreasing. So what will be the net force on the plate? It will be upward, no? So therefore, the quickly here in the sense, the moment you give slight push, what happens? The plate A on its own starts moving up. And it's asking the heat generated when it is from, when the separation is D to D by 2. Able to understand, no? So is this plate A in stable or unstable equilibrium? Unstable equilibrium. I think the problem actually, the reason is this one, the way we have to interpret that quickly shifted. Even so instead of giving push, even X agent also, it will move very fast so that there's no time for mechanical work done. That's the meaning of quickly here. So I think the problem, instead of quickly, you should have said that the middle plate is given slight push and released. The middle plate is given slight push and release. When the separation between the plate B and A becomes D by 2, find heat generated in the process. I think straight away would have gone into the problem. And the work done by X agent, we need not to bother. But he has put that sentence in this particular way. Okay, fine. So we'll meet. I think today you'll be writing advance, no? I shall discuss paper tomorrow only, because I think Monday not possible. Tomorrow I'll give some time because today will be writing, no? So only 1 hour I'll take it. Huh? Just only paper we'll discuss, advance paper. Fine. Tomorrow I'll intimate the time.
Sir,
Yeah.
in this question, you're telling that the external agent is giving it a slight push, and like when A moves a bit up, the charge on A, the charge on the upper side of A is increasing, and that force is causing it to move up. So work done by external agent is 0. Sir, the force that is pulling up A, that force is coming from the field energy, and that field energy is what we are equating to heat generated.
Okay, fine.
Taking it 2 times, sir. We are telling that the field energy is causing A to move as well as releasing heat.
No, we'll do one thing. This particular thing. So here again, look at that one. There is no effect of anything. No, here charge Q is given to. That's why I said the interpretation. Actually, the meaning of that is the X agent will move quickly. That one. So work done by it is almost like is 0. There's no.
Sir, if the plate is moved quickly, then we require there is a large change in momentum of the plate. We are applying more work.
No, nothing like that. Nothing like that. Nothing like
Sir,
that.
what I think is by quickly shifting, he meant that when I shift the plate quickly, the charges on the plate won't shift instantaneously. After shifting, when I release it, then there is no effect of external agent, and then we can apply Ui equal to Uf plus H.
No, not like that. Say, if a shifty term, the moment it starts shifting only, open the redistribution of charge should occur. Not like after shifting again, you'll keep there. No, that will be totally wrong way.
He's telling quickly, no, sir.
That quickly. So the moment you start shifting, redistribution of charge will occur.
Sir, in many other chapters, in many other questions, whenever they gave quickly shifted, for example, in thermodynamics also, when they gave quickly shifted, we considered many quantities to remain common.
How you can logically interpret here?
No, sir, I'm telling that phrase is commonly used for telling that some quantities remain constant.
It's a very simple here. What is the thing is like a redistribution of charge will occur. No, here. So the moment you shift A, redistribution of charge will occur. Redistribution of charge has to take place. That's the basic idea of this problem, no?
Sir, so you're telling that when I move it, like the instant I begin and the instant I stop, at the instant I stop, I'll have these final charges in the right side diagram.
That one.
But you only told the charges won't shift instantaneously.
Yeah, see, that is electrostatic induction will not occur. Again, what will happen here? This is like a initial and final diagram I put it. So the initial and final diagram is what we have put it. And what happened? There'll be flow of current to the resistor R also. The capacitance of system has to change, no? The simple idea. Now you know capacitance. So what we are doing, the system is having a charge. You are disturbing the capacitance. So definitely what happens, there'll be a flow of charge to the resistor. Due to that, it will be generated. That's what the system results occurs here. So what you are thinking is like when you move from initial to final, charges will remain. After bringing to final position, then the charges will appear. Then the difference energy again. Now the system will give to resistor. No, the moment the plate A starts moving, a current will flow to the resistor R. It will be generated. This was the phenomena.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, all of you. Thank you, all of you. Take care. Bye. See you.